all the conversation around the team seems to be that Abhimanyu Easwaran's performances in those two A games might have lent to a slight loss of confidence. You still back him to succeed as opener in Perth?
As I said in the past as well, try and do the right thing. You picked him as an opener because of his tremendous performance at the first class level. And if you're not going to value that and go by a couple of warm up matches in conditions that he's been exposed to for the first time, it's not the right thing to do. And it's not like KL Rahul as an opening option is setting the stage on fire. So I'll stick with Easwaran at the top for those reasons.
Dhruv, Jurel at 3, a position where he's not batted at this level. Why are you going that way?
See, in my first series on the tour of West Indies, last test, I was batting at number 3. So it's really about somebody who's feeling a little comfortable in those conditions. And Dhruv Jurel has looked India's best batter in the warm-up games and in the past as well. In test matches, he's looked the part. He's got a good first-class record as a batter. So just based on current performance and being smart about the resources available, rather have him at number 3 than somebody like a KL Rahul.
So no argument for KL Rahul with his experience of having batted in the top order in the past in Australia for him to bat 3 and Jurel to be 6?
See, I'm going by the reality. KL Rahul currently can see, and you got to feel for him. I love him as a player, the kind of talent he has, the approach, but down on confidence. And you don't want somebody like him batting at the top of the order because much of the tempo of the innings is set at the start and number 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going by KL Rahul, what he's done down the order, and very recently in South Africa. Now he's batting at number 6 with a softer Kookaburra ball. And if he has to bat with the tail ender, then I think he'll be terrific. He's got the big game as well. So I see KL Rahul better use and more chances of KL Rahul adding value to the team at that position.
Perth, with all the talk of pace and bounce, you're going with 2 spinners in Jadeja and Washington Sundar?
Well, there is a track record on the Perth track of Indian cricket trusting the spinners, and there's been one in 1977 when India played 3 spinners, and it was a very close test match. More recently, Kumble and Sehwag playing as spinners, and Sehwag got a couple of wickets of Adam Gilchrist as one of those wickets. So I believe that if you've got quality bowlers, and after the kind of performance Washi showed in that last season, I mean, who has the heart? Who would want to drop somebody like him? Plus the kind of batting depth that he adds. So I'd rather sacrifice a pace bowler and have somebody like Washi in.
Is this also a move which is somehow influenced by that lack of confidence that India would have as a batting unit, which is only compounded by the absence of Rohit and Gill, which makes you want batting cover till number 8?
Absolutely. And, I can, stand on the rooftops and defend my playing 11 because it is the most pragmatic approach to the playing 11 rather than going by convention and, past as well. Just looking at today and the kind of limited resources that you have in this kind of, where you have very few players to choose from. You have a Washington Sundar who's had a brilliant series, and plus the thing that if you've got bounce, some spinners can make a mark, and Washi could be one of those, and he's already got runs as a batter in Australia. I mean, how can you leave Washington Sundar out is my question, and that is why he's forced his way into the playing 11 despite the kind of history that Perth has.
The choice of the third pacer, Akash, with what you have seen ahead of Prasidh and Harshit Rana, who are part of the squad?
Yes, I mean, you've got to, and sometimes you can get excited, and that becomes like a thing that where you get very excited about a certain player based on just that one performance or 2 performances. And I think Prasidh has impressed quite a few people in Australia in the way he's bowled. But Akash has been your incumbent seamer who was preferred to Mohammad Siraj at home. And this is the kind of, pitch where his line and length and plus his tremendous kind of impact that he has on left-hand batters, and they've got 3 in the top 2 down the order. Akash should come in before Prasidh Krishna, and that again is I think a pretty sound call.